Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a few tips and tricks to Bee Swarm Simulator. It's a Roblox game, but so if you're in Roblox, if you ever want to, well first, if you are new and you are just getting started and you want to make sure you join the club, Roblox club. So if you just go to Bee Swarm and go to the club, you can hit join group, and you can do that, and it'll give you extra honey, and there's like a few more around the map that you can get tickets and stuff. And you can come over here and get the strawberry ones, and then there's another one over there, the blueberry. So that's one thing you can do to get started. Alright, and another thing you could do if you really want to, you could buy some of these, like an egg or a star treat if you get enough to be able to get some more bees. And also, while it's nighttime, you're able to actually go over here and go up these steps. Let me see if I'm able to get up here before it turns day. Alright, just turned day. But when you come up here, you can go over here to the memory match. And you can play like the memory matches every few hours, and then there's a few more memory matches around the map that I will show you. Okay, so there's another memory match thing here, and you can get these things if you join the club. And also, you want to make sure you take out as many mobs as you can in the beginning stages to get extra honey to be able to get your hive up. So take out all the spiders and like go around and take out the mobs. And also, it may be helpful to come over here. This is going to be kind of hard since I'm over. If you come over here and you can parkour on these little things, and you can come over here and get a royal jelly, which is on top of that bamboo right there, as you can see. And if you do parkour over here and go up there. And if you do parkour and go up here, you can spend 100 moon charms once you get it to get a moon amulet. And you can get one, and you can like keep doing it if you got a bad one. And another thing is, once you get to this field up here, the 35B area, there's this thing called the coconut crab. And it has like 250,000 health. And there's a timer after you beat it, but it gives a lot of loot. So I recommend when you get into the 35B area trying to beat him. Like, I already beat mine, mine's on the timer, but then you can like come back here and you can get like free coconuts, and you can eventually buy these upgrades. But after you do kill him, you have to kill him another time to be able to come into here. But there is a timer, so you don't have to kill him over and over and over again. Now, next thing, when you start talking to Spirit Bear, she'll end up giving you spirit petals to get the spirit belt, spirit wand, and you can get Windy from them. Oh, here's another memory match. But once you get the first petal, I would recommend getting the Spirit Wand because I almost got Windy first, and when you don't need it, the Spirit Petal, it still doesn't give you Windy. You still have to do other stuff to be able to get Windy still. So I would recommend getting the Petal Wand, and then trying to get Windy, and then trying to get the belt. That's probably the best way to do it. And then if you also go back here, which if you just come over here, you see like a little entrance, and you go over here, you can buy this stuff. You don't have to worry about this because that's very expensive. Yeah, and then you just want to make sure you're doing all your memory matches and using the strawberry dispensers and killing all your mobs. I don't know if it's still here. It was here earlier. But if you come up here, here it is. There's a Mondo chick. So every hour, this Mondo will spawn. And if you come up here, you can get your beast come up here. And you can beat the Mondo. And it ends up giving you actually a lot of honey. And it can give you some pretty good stuff. It has a chance of giving you star treats and like mythic eggs and stuff. So if you just beat Mondo, you can end up actually getting very good loot. I'll beat it and I'll cut to when it's finished so you can see what loot you get. But it doesn't take too long to finish it, even if you have good bees. Even it's a lot faster if you have good bees, but if you still have bad bees, you can wait till the timer runs out a little bit and beat it. You'll get less loot, but you can still get loot. Alright guys, so I just took on Mondo, and as you can see, there's like a bunch of honey, you can get bitter berries, and this is honorary, collect all of it, you get trees. So, and it goes on for a little bit. You can get a good amount of honey too. And you don't have to do any damage to Mondo to be able to get it. So if someone could take it out for you, you can still come up here and get it. You don't have to you don't have to do any damage to it really if you wanted to just wait for someone else to take it out if you are that low with these. Alright, now we'll talk about Science Bear. So as you talk to Science Bear, eventually he'll give you these translators, and you can only do 31 quests, so I finished all of his quests just today actually, but he will give you translators, and yeah, but he will give you translators, and with those translators, you can talk to the Bucko Bee in here. You can see him right there. And you can talk to the Riley Bee over there, and you can talk to this guy right here, Stickbug. But I would recommend giving your first translator to Stickbug, because if you give it to him first, he you can call him in like every once in a while, and when you call him in, he can give a lot of loot. And if you get like amulets from him, the more score you get, you get better amulets. But I would recommend with your first one to give it to him, so you can get better tokens and better loot with that. Just like here, it'll say it. You can give it to him, and if you don't give it to him, you won't be able to understand what they're saying. And then you can do like this, like pay 50 tickets to start, or you can use your free entrance. And then you can come over here to Riley Bee, and then you can talk to Riley and Bucko Bee. It'll let you talk to them. Now, so in this shop, I would recommend, so Cub Buddy, he is good. Probably not as good as you would think he is, but he is good. But the first person in here I would recommend getting is Photon Bee, because he ends up helping a lot with your pollen, and he's one of those like end time bees that you would always want to have, probably. And so yeah, you will most likely want to try and get him, but you still can get all the rest for next thing you remember, if you're trying to get tickets, just make sure you always come to this wealth clock. And if you come here, you can do it every hour, but every hour you do it. So like one time you do it, you get 1 ticket. Next time you do 2, and it will go on. But if you leave the server, then it restarts, and then you can. Right here, you can summon honey storms if you get like a few types. But if you're looking for tickets, I would recommend doing a honey storm because it can give you tickets. Then you have this guy, Commando. But so if you take Commando out a certain amount of time, eventually you can end up getting a mythic egg from him. I have not gotten a Commando mythic egg yet, but it's a lot of times you have to do it, maybe like 50. I'm not exactly sure how many times, but it is a good amount. But if you kill him enough times, you can end up getting a mythic egg, which, I mean, just wanting to kill him every once in a while, it's worth it, I would say. And his HP, his health saves every time too. So if you like leave or die, you can come back and it won't like restart like the coconut crab or anything like that. Alright. And next, if you're ever looking for a boost, I would recommend going into these places or the mountaintop. You can see it right there. You can go into here though and use like the red field booster and like the blue field, and you can go up to mountaintop and it usually gives you like a white field. So you can always make sure you're using those if you need a field. And that's probably most of the tips and tricks about Bee Swarm. But I do want to talk about one more before I go. So, if you come out here to Robo Bear, if you do his challenges and end up getting to a very high level, you would most likely want to try and get boosts before you start that level, because it gets so high to a point of pollen where if you don't have boosts, you'll probably end up failing it. So if you like go donate to the Wind Shrine or something like that, you can get a boost. But if you don't know what the Wind Shrine is, you don't really have to worry about that just yet. But one or two more things, and then another thing I want to talk about is Basic Bee. At first you may think that Basic Bee is really bad, but if you get Basic Bee gifted, then he ends up actually being a very good bee, and he can give you a lot more pollen and all that, so you can look him up about that. Then actually one more thing I want to talk about, if you go up here to the Wind Shrine, so to get Windy, you need Cloud Vows. So I would recommend before getting the petal to give to Windy to get Windy, you should already start donating all the Cloud Vows you get, because the more Cloud Vows you donate, the better chance you do have to get. So like you would have to donate Cloud Vows, or you don't really have to, but it would just take longer and you would have less of a chance. But you have to donate the petal to be able to get Windy. It's impossible if you just keep donating Cloud Vows. So you have to donate the petal, and then you don't get Windy from donating the petal. You have to actually, after you do that, then you have to get the Cloud Vows and keep donating in hopes that you will get Windy as you donate one. But you cannot get Windy if you don't use a petal to be able to try and get them. And I really think that's about it. I mean, talked about a lot of tips and tricks about Bee Swarm. I mean, there are... Alright, now, I promise these ones are like the last ones. It's just like 2 more. But if you go in here at the Pineapple Patch, there's an instant converter with a ticket. If you go in here, there's something called the Tunnel Bear, and you can take him out. You can try to take him out, but in the beginning, he's actually really hard to defeat. It used to always be a problem for me. And then after you defeat him, there'll be a timer, he'll respawn. And then there's one more spot that there's like a hidden enemy kind of, that you can go there and take him out, and you can give good loot. And then this guy over here, so you can go to Blue Flower Field, and then you can just go right up on this flower, down here, and then there's something called the King Beetle, and he'll come over here, you can kill him, and he'll give you some loot. And he can actually end up getting really good loot and you can get an amulet from it. So if you're lucky, you'll get this thing down here, King Beetle Amulet, and you can get an amulet from him and hopes that, you know, you can get a good one. Mine's not too good, but yeah, I really think that's the only tips and tricks I have for you. I mean, just try and get more bee slots when you can. Try and get better bees whenever you can. If you just are starting, you know, use your royal jellies, get better bees. Basic's not that good. But I really think those are like the only tips and tricks that I have, really. So I'll see you guys in the next video.